Hello, this is Star Conflict, and today we'll talk about 5 best command fighters in the game. Like in previous episodes, our list will include 1 command fighter coming from ranks 1 to 5, 1 from ranks 7 to 9, 1 from 10 to 13, and another one from ranks 13 to 15. Phew, still not used to saying that. We will also do our best to pick the best premium command fighter. What's important is that once again, it's not a top 5 per se. Every machine that we mention is the best in its own rank group, not the best ever. We also do not talk about custom ships because these machines can be customized in a million ways. How you can judge that? At low ranks, the Machete AE could be a good pick due to its bonus for kinetic weapons. But we're talking command fighters here, and when you're using one, the important question is, are you helping your team to win? That will be our main criterion today. This leaves us with only 2 level contenders, the Machete S and the XX. Both fighters have a bonus for command modules. The XX has a 20% boost to their effectiveness, and the Machete S gives them 50% more range. But the XX sits at rank 3, which means it can carry 3 battle modules, and its modifier selection isn't that great. Its unique module, the Mass Charge Accelerator, passively increases your damage output, and also, when activated, boosts the projectile speed of allied ships for 10 seconds. It's good, but it doesn't make the XX a great ship. The Machete S has modifiers to play with. Apart from standard stuff, you can install the Energy Cube. When you activate it, the fighter drops a cube, that burns the energy of enemy ships in a small radius and increases the module recharge rates for your allies. That's pretty neat. The Machete S also has a unique gun called the Light Coil Mortar. It has more range, faster projectile speed, and a better rate of fire than your standard run-of-the-mill mortar. On top of that, if you crit, this mortar restores 3,000 points of hull integrity to all allied ships in a small radius. Please don't ask me how it works, it just does, okay? It's science. The Integrated Thermo Shield, a unique shield modifier, is also worth mentioning. At its white level, it boosts the ship's resistance to thermal damage by 30%, plus 10 for each ally in a 3.5 kilometer radius. If you're flying with your crew, lasers just can't harm you anymore. And so at low ranks, the winner is the Machete S. If you take a look at ships coming from rank 7 to 9, you probably immediately notice 2 worthy starships, the Prometheus and the Prometheus X. The first one has an aforementioned bonus that boosts the range of your command modules. 2 computer slots mean that you can install the Horizon module, which in tandem with its innate bonus allows you to support your team from afar. But alas, the ship is not as lucky in the unique modifiers department. The Mobile Pulsar helps to fend off interceptors that get too close, but in order to use it, you need to throw away one of your auras. The computer modifier called Improved Charge Algorithms decrease the cooldown of battle modules, which allows you to use your auras more frequently. The X version of the ship doesn't have the innate bonus, so it has to compensate for that with unique modules and weapons. The Prometheus Defense Module teleports the ship to the nearest ally and grants both 3,500 points of shield. Neat! Great for escaping and helping others. The Volumetric Energy Absorber is a capacitor modifier that leeches 30 energy of every enemy ship in a small radius. It makes your diffusion shield even stronger and cripples enemies, limiting their use of afterburners. Both of these things are great. The Thermal Energy Burner can also be a real pain in the butt for your enemies. It burns victims' energy with each critical hit. The damage increases with continuous fire, but its spread and projectile velocity gets worse over time. Rely on short bursts of single shots when fighting smaller targets, but ramp it up and keep it on the verge of overheating in fights against serious opponents. The X version also takes 3 energy modifiers, which is nice. You can create a pretty tough diffusion shield or buff your weapons. With all pros and cons considered, the Prometheus X is a clear winner here. At ranks 10 to 12, we pick the Lance S. Its unique modules and its main cannon have great synergy with its bonus for kinetic weapons. It has access to the Liquidator X, which is somewhat similar to the Gauss cannon. The Liquidator X deals more damage and has a better rate of fire, but it cannot charge shots. Instead, it lowers enemy resistance by 25 points with each critical hit. When used with the Mass Charge Accelerator, it can be used to hit even the fastest targets without any problems. The best high-level command fighter is a pretty obvious pick as well. The Aura is the only high-rank command fighter with a bonus to command modules. It can be equipped with a mobile pulsar and improved charge algorithms, although you'll be better off if you swap the latter for the infrared scanner, especially if you plan on using the thermal energy burner. Picking the best premium ship of its kind is not an easy task, but we're used to that. The Dragonfly and the Flamberge are both great in long-range encounters thanks to their bonus that boosts the range of your command module. Basically, they don't even need to engage in CQB at all. The Loki is another strong contender. We spent a whole episode talking about it earlier. It has, well, let's say, it has a lot of useful bonuses. The only drawback is that you get only one slot for capacitor modifiers, which means that you get a weak diffusion shield. And yet, we decided to split the first place between the Loki, for those who dig close quarters combat, and the Flamberge, for those who prefer to support their comrades from a safe range. That's it for today. See you in space.